So maybe I didn't put my sound on then, but it is early. Suffice to say, I was just waffling anyway, but good morning. And brought my coffee. Decaf, still on the decaf. Cheers to you. To a good day. Putting the sound on as well.
So all is well in the world with a cup of tea. So I made a big brew. People keep asking me about this actually, just around the building, about what is that? I wanted a teapot that was going to keep my tea warm all day. So it's a flask. It's a thermal, but it's like a teapot. So thank you.
I've given it another sort of editing review.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. How long is it? It's my art journaling video. Thank you. Do you want to come and say hello to the vlog? I was just showing them my amazing teapot.
Ah.
Hello
vlog. Hi. Good morning.
Okay, well I hope you have a good day.
Yes, anyway.
Thanks for that.
So that's the art journaling video for, I told you I was going deep this week. And it was this little quirky face, and I really let her come out on her own, just emerging from the page. I like the layers to come through. The video for that will go up, well it will already be up by the time you watch this. And so I've got my tea, I've got my coffee for later, I've got my strawberries of course in the fridge, and I think some blueberries as well, and I've got some yogurt, I've got some goji berries, some cacao, some other superfoods, some nuts. I've got loads of snacks today, which is great, and I might be having a pop-in visit from a friend as well, so I'm quite excited about that because I'm excited to see her. So I don't know if she's coming for definite, but we'll see. For now I think I'm going to do another sketch date. I just got caught in a thunderstorm actually. That's better, I can see what we're doing. So yeah, I'll show you what I've done in my sketchbook. I've basically been coming in almost like a sketchbook challenge, but it's almost like, excuse me, a frog in my throat this morning. It's almost like a routine, a new morning routine that I've, without planning it, just set up for myself, if you like. This little moleskine sketchbook, moleskine sketchbook, and that was Monday. If you follow me on Instagram, you will, or TikTok, you'll have seen I put some reels up and stories and things like that. And then that was Tuesday. Then that was yesterday. So today is Thursday. So it'll be, fresh page. And James liked this one the most. This was just another little sketchbook tip if you're left-handed like me. I realised I draw this side first, then this page is blank and I'm not smudging anything, and then when I come to do this side my arm is over here. Obviously a right-handed person you would smudge it, so it's just a little lefty tip there. I'm going to turn over and I'm going to do this page today, and then that could be Friday. And I've got some new books for inspiration. I've got a John Sargent drawing book, which is really fun. So there's loads of really interesting drawings in here. I really like that one actually. There's a lot going on in that one. And then some more perhaps classic ones that you might recognise. So love John Sargent. And then I've also got a another John W. Waterhouse. And in here, some really nice sketches. These are the ones I've actually been working with, but lovely. I love to see an artist's drawings. I love Toulouse-Lautrec's drawings. I might have mentioned that if you've been here a while. You might have heard me say that before. I love Toulouse-Lautrec. And yeah, but it's really interesting, I think, to see a more looser version of the artist, less refined, if you like. And this is a biography of Toulouse-Lautrec. I think I might have shown this in my last video. I'm not sure if I did or not, but it is so fun because it has all these self-portraits in it that he has drawn, and they're previously unpublished. So let's just find a really fun one for you. I love that kind of sketchbook or journal kind of situation. So I've also got the wonderful diary of Frida Kahlo. And if you've seen my favourite books video, best books for artists, creatives, this was one of the books on my list. And I absolutely love this, although I did have mixed feelings about some of it. So you have to watch the video to find out all about that, because I don't want to repeat myself here, but it's such an interesting journal. Anyway, that sort of informal side of things is what I've been enjoying. But back to the sketches. I think when you're trying to set up, definitely at the beginning anyway, a new routine or ritual, it's really important to have some self-discipline using the discipline word. I think of the word discipline in a positive light, in the sense that self-discipline is all about looking ahead to the longer term. So it's not about the instant gratification of things, it's about a longer term things, what I'm doing for my future self, if that makes sense. And also listening to my, the voice coming from my soul, the deep desires from within of where I'd really like to be, if that makes sense. And I think sometimes the world, if you've seen my last video, you will know that I really shut down for a couple of weeks, and I needed to do nothing, the art of doing nothing, something that is the remedy to, I feel anyway, to today's overwhelm and the way things are. So with the overwhelm and the overtasking of the world, it's really easy to not be able to hear our inner voices anymore. So by doing nothing, that really, well, it did for me anyway, got me in touch with that again, and the joy and of the where I wanted to be. So back to the discipline thing, where I wanted to be was, much more regularly working with my sketches, practicing, playing, doing pretend sketches if you like, and then you don't have to take it seriously. But it's actually, having the discipline and the routine to sit yourself down and focus and do it. And there's so many other things, even in here looking around, there's so many things to, for me to be getting on with. This room is just feeling great, and I do love these cozy days, but I need to have that self-discipline to come just here, to just concentrate here. So I've got all my pencils out, everything's ready for me, some nice inspiration to dip into, and I'm ready to begin. Yes. I was just about to turn the camera off, and then I just thought of something just really quickly before I start sketching. I think it's a case of setting yourself up to win. Where do you want to be? Set yourself up to win, to get there. That's the key, isn't it? Do all the things, and then stop doing all the things that prevent you getting there. Yeah, set yourself up to win and think positive. Anyway. So we are having the heating fixed today. Excuse me while I just get my jumper back on. It's always a bit tricky when you've got dungies on, because you've got to get your bits tucked in, or not, as the case may be. Anyway, I've just been sketchbooking, so this is my page for Thursday. I did a little sketch. These are again from my J.W. Waterhouse book. So I did the study for the nymphs, water nymphs, and then this was just a little pencil study he did. And then on this side, I'm thinking tomorrow, I have to see, but I'm pondering on having a go at this little one as well, from this book, in case anyone's interested. It's really quite fun to do some drawings. And I've also got the Sergeant one. Did I show you those? I think I probably did. Probably already said that, so just ignore me repeating myself, which is fairly common. Anyway, we're getting the heating fixed, and I think actually it's coming back on. Yes, the radiator's back on, so it should be warm soon. It's not that bad. So good morning. I have just been out there watering all the plants in the communal areas. Basically have a day of getting done, to block that word out, but yeah, I just want to get it done because I want to have a little interim clean between now and spring in here, just a quick swoosh to keep, standards up, Let's put pretty lights on. Hang on a sec. It's better, I can see, or at least add a little bit of sparkle to the day. I also want to deal with Robert Smith, the jasmine, which is just down here out of sight, because as you can see, he's out of his pot and has been drying out nicely. He hasn't got as much. I thought there was severe root rot because he just was, you know, he just did this, basically died off. Yeah, I asked my patrons last night, I need to check the answers in the cafe this morning, whether I should hard prune him or just sit him back into a pot. And I've brought in some, maybe a better pot for him as well, a nice clean pot, and also some grit to add to the compost for better drainage for the roots if it has been a root problem, and some pebbles as well to put at the bottom. So yeah, he's not completely dried out yet, but I didn't want to leave him for the weekend, you know, like this, out of his pot. You know, obviously roots don't want the light, they want the dark, so I'm fairly hopeful. I've got my fingers crossed and I'm rooting for him. Sorry about the pun, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to continue watering in here. I've done my lilies. My lilies are really easy. They just seem to love everything about this room. Apart from the summer when it gets really, really bright and then I tuck them under the table. I think I'm going to have to up my duties out there as well a little bit. There's a couple that have been moved and they're now out of the way, so it's like they don't grab my attention, you know. A couple on the landing always grab my attention. Anyway, I'm going to carry on and, you know, finish watering in here, my little nook, and endeavour not to overwater because that's what I tend to do. So, I think it's time to address Robert Smith, aka the Jasmine Tree, and yeah, put him back into a pot. Got to do the other side as well, but
honey, put your phone down. I know you've been
Favourite job? There's a cat.
big bump.
Yeah, I wanted to get on and see what was going to come out of the page. I have been referring to the freedom journaling prompt, a little bit of coffee, and I've kind of got a couple of memories in mind to journal out, if that makes sense, but I'm not sure which way it's going to go yet. So I'm going with the flow and I'm letting what wants to come out, trying to make it as much of a natural process as possible. I've just been cleansing my space a little bit as well I've actually I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have my lunch because it's lunchtime, and I'm going to check in with my messages because my phone has been bleeping in the background. So I think that's number one daughter, and a little bit of James as well.
Weights.
Yeah, that's not heavy enough. Yeah, I don't like that one. I mean, just looking at the colour of that, it's a little bit, I don't know if it's a little bit cream, I don't know, maybe starting on a mid-tone is actually quite nice.
Honey, put your phone down. I know you've been hurting. This spiral's a lonely road. Take my hand and listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new perfumes, and the life you used to live is left within that old apartment. Maybe nothing's said and done, and your chest is set on fire, but I promise you there's nothing but a cold-hearted liar. Cold-hearted liar. I know you don't wanna hear. Your heart still bleeds. The way it looks at you, every touch you give. Now you gotta listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new haircuts, and the jacket you used to borrow on someone else's shoulders. Maybe then it lights are clear and your heart is set on fire, but I promise you there's nothing but a cold
We run out of stickers.
Oh, that means printing the labels for the You've Got Mail, Happy Mail,
Okay.
Patreon reward.
If you join the Patreon in March, this is what we're sending. This is February, but it's too late to get those ones now. You can get them from the shop. It's March, basically. Is that
It's
correct?
all confusing because we post the You've Got Mail in
Retrospect, yeah.
So when the new month comes, it's actually we're sending last month's reward. It's always a bit.
You did them at the beginning of the month to...
Well, just it makes my life easier than knowing that all the patrons that are in previous month are all together in one book.
We're very grateful to James, the patrons are as well, because I wouldn't have a clue how to do that.
No, I wouldn't, would I?
I have written an instruction. Zzz.
Hasn't really helped though, has it?
We've never had the time to do it anyway.
These are the new biker leggings, thermals. Are they warm?
Merino. Needed this morning. It was 1 degree, 2 degrees, cycling.
0 in my car.
My face felt 0.
So thank you so much for watching and keeping me company, and all your lovely comments. I really appreciate them. I love to grab a cuppa and read them. And as always, try to keep your lights shining bright, and I will see you really, really soon in the next one. Bye for now.